darling. Hold that mortal's thread of life good and tight.
Ladies, I am so sorry that I'm
late. We knew you would be.
We know everything.
Past, present, and future indoor plumbing. It's gonna be big.
great. Anyway, see, ladies, I was at this party and I lost track of
We know.
I know. You know. So, here's the deal. Zeus, Mr. High and Mighty, Mr. Hey You, get off of my cloud. Now he has a
Bouncing baby breath. We know.
I know. You know. I know. I got it. I got the concept. So, let me just ask, is this kid gonna mess up my hostile takeover bid or what? What do you think?
Oh, no, you don't. We're not supposed to reveal the future.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Time out. Can I ask you a question, by the way? Did you cut your hair or something? You look fabulous. Did you? I mean, you look like a fate worse than death. Whoa! Oh, gross! It's blinking! Ladies, please. My fate is in your lovely hands.
Oh, all right. In 18 years, precisely, the planets will align ever so nicely.
Aye, verse. Aye.
The time to act will be at hand. Unleash the Titans, you monstrous band.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Then the once proud Zeus will finally fall, and you, Hades, will rule all!
Yes, Hades!
Many of you are aware of the total solar eclipse that is coming next Monday, August the 21st, that will be seen from pretty much many places in North America. And there have been a lot of great videos that have been speaking about this great sign that will be in the skies next Monday to coincide with the other great sign that is coming on 9/23 of this year, which could be possibly the Revelation 12 sign, which we have seen being spoken about again from many different people. I think that there are some great videos out there that are speaking about this solar eclipse along with this 9/23 sign in 2017. Of course, 9/23 has been shown in tons of movies and videos and is a topic that we have discussed many times on this channel, whether it be code for nuke, whether it be something crazy that's going to happen on 9/23. This is a shot that I showed in the video I did on 12 monkeys, and we see Jennifer Goins, who is a primary who can see through different periods of time, and her death, which is actually the death of the world, happens to be on again 9/23 in the year 2044. Now there has been a really good video that was done by brother Chris at Truth Unveiled 777. I would encourage you to check out this video. I was floored by the connections that he made with the tons of movies that seem to depict a solar eclipse and linking it to great cataclysms that come across the entire face of the earth. So please do check out this video. He made some excellent connections, and one of them just happened to be, of course, the good old Simpsons showing this solar eclipse, and of course catastrophe coming afterward. Even the Simpsons, I couldn't find a shot of it, but it'll be in Chris's video on Truth Unveiled 777, showing the planets or the stars aligning. Of course, those of us who know the true cosmology of our world know that they are stars, they are not planets, but they are all lining up for 9/23, and is something that The Simpsons and many other TV shows and movies, and basically the media in general, has been showing this very same thing. So could this be the reason why 9/23 has been shown in tons of media outlet stuff like movies and TV shows, video games, what have you? We constantly see this 9/23. Is it a sign of something horrible that is about to break upon this earth? I believe, there could be something to this. I'm not giving any dogmatic dates and saying that yes, definitely something is going to happen. We don't know, obviously, but it is something to be aware of. And I just want to throw my 2 cents in, along with all the others who have done some great videos regarding this particular topic, that something big is possibly going to happen this year. I believe this is a great sign. If this is going to actually happen on 9/23, if this crazy star alignment is going to happen with the Virgin clothed with the sun, or Virgo with the moon at her feet, and the stars, the 12 stars above her head, just like Revelation 12 says, it is possible that this sign is never going to happen again. At least that's what many people have been saying. So what I really want to get into is a movie that was shown to us many years ago, back from 1997, and it was about the Greek mythological character named Hercules. Now, this again was from 1997, way back when, basically about 20 years ago now, because here we are in good old 2017. And there's another interesting connection in this particular movie. Now, again, Truth Unveiled showed some amazing connections with many movies and TV shows regarding the solar eclipse, regarding destruction coming, regarding this star alignment that's possibly coming on 9/23, and even the date that's been shown so many times. But this movie Hercules also has been showing, I believe, at least in my opinion, something very similar. I believe other channels have possibly touched on this. I believe Renee M was one of them who was talking about this movie back in 2015, when many thought that possibly on 9/23 of 2015 something was going to happen, as it just so coincided with the Day of Atonement, or Yom Kippur, of that year. But interestingly enough, this year, 9/23, just so happens to be right smack dab in the middle of the Feast of Trumpets, or Yom Teruah, and possibly something incredible is going to happen. And just like what you saw in that trailer that you just watched, it literally shows Hades going to see those three witches, basically called the three fates, and they were telling him that when the stars align, that basically he's going to be able to rule the world, and literally all hell is going to break loose. There will be crazy creatures that spring up onto the earth. Basically, in my opinion, are the Nephilim, hybrid giants, and the return of the Titans, the return of the offspring of the fallen angels with human women. This whole thing is going to happen all over again, just as Yahusha has told us in Matthew 24 and Luke 21. And of course, many people want to think that this Hercules movie done by Disney back in 97 was some cute movie, but really I believe they are showing us something completely different as we look more into it. Now, what's funny is that these three fates just happen to share the same eyeball. Talk about all-seeing eye imagery, or the one eye, the eye of Lucifer, the eye of Satan, the eye of the Illuminati. It's this imagery that we see all over the place. Of course, it has, they want to act like they have all the knowledge, that they can see the past and the present and the future and all this kind of thing. And interestingly enough, we did a video recently on A Wrinkle in Time, and sure enough, there were three witches in that movie as well. One played by Oprah, one played by Reese Witherspoon, and I can't remember what the other actress's name is, but of course they can see into the future. They have special powers, and it was shown that they are basically fallen angels, so really just tools of Satan. And of course they were able to look into the future, and this is something that we spoke about in that video, about how it has been forbidden by Abba YHWH to even do this. If we go to Leviticus 20, just as we showed before, right from verse 6, the person who turns to spirit mediums and sorcerers to go fornicating after them, I will set myself against him and cut him off from his people. That's right from Leviticus 20, and in my opinion, these laws of Yahuwah still stand. Down in verse 27, it is shown that their penalty will be to be stoned to death. So Abba YHWH completely hates this. He wants us relying on him and not on these forbidden arts of the devil. Now, of course, Hercules is all about demigods. Hercules is the son of Zeus, mating with a human. Of course, the same story of Genesis 6, where the fallen angels came to mate with human women. And of course, they bred a race of giants, a race of mighty people that had very crazy powers and stuff like that. And of course, this is shown so many times. Of course, we'll see right from Wikipedia that Hercules is the Roman adaptation of the Greek divine hero Hercules, who was the son of Zeus, Roman equivalent Jupiter, and the mortal alchemy. or Alcmene, I guess you should say. So really, again, showing the mortal Zeus mating with the mortal Alcmene. And I also find it quite fascinating that the Roman equivalent of Hercules, or the son of Zeus, is Jupiter. So this star, which we know is a star, not a planet, is a big part of this alignment that is coming. We know that Jupiter is going to be in the womb of Virgo. So Jupiter, who just happens to be the king planet, who just happens to represent Zeus, okay, in the Greek mythology. Funny how this, is all kind of tying together here. So anyways, as we keep going, what's interesting is that we saw the same kind of thing in Thor Ragnarok, this movie that is coming out, and we did a video on this as well. You can check that out. But of course, Hela, who is played by Kate Blanchett, literally looking like the 10-horned beast coming out of the pit. But anyways, Hela causes all hell to break loose up in Asgard, which is the second heaven. I believe it's representing the kingdom of the dragon up in the second heaven. And the same kind of thing, the fall of Lucifer's kingdom being thrown down to earth, and the same kind of thing we saw in Thor, where there was even a scene in that trailer showing literally fallen angels being flung down to the earth. And if we know the true cosmology of our world, we know that we do not live in a ball. We live on a flat stationary earth underneath a dome firmament, and the sky is blue because the waters above are blue, and that is where the kingdom of the dragon, the kingdom of Satan, is. He is up in the skies. His kingdom is above the firmament, just as he is called the prince of the power of the air. And so one day his kingdom in the second heaven, just like Asgard represents, they will be flung down to the earth, and this battle is coming. And what's also very interesting is that Revelation 12 not only speaks of this great sign that is supposedly coming on 9/23, but it goes to talk about more, which is the war in heaven. A war broke out. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So they are going to be thrown down. The great dragon and his fallen angels, that ancient serpent of old, the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world, he was cast to the earth, and his angels with him. So is this sign that's possibly coming on 9/23, is it pointing to this war in heaven that is coming very soon, that Revelation 12 is clearly prophesying about, and is something crazy, something cataclysmic about to happen? Of course, again, that remains to be seen. We will see very soon. Of course, this movie Hercules is all about Hades wanting to overthrow Zeus. I believe Zeus is none other than Odin, who is none other than Lucifer, the dragon, or Satan himself. Of course, he loves to be known for his lightning, and of course we know that Yahusha said himself that he saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven, so we know that Zeus pretty much represents the chief of all the false gods, which is Satan himself. And of course, Hades, who wants to defeat Zeus, is basically two sides of the same coin. You've got the same duality playing out, the darkness and the light, and of course they want to blend them together. So Hades and Zeus are really on the same team, because it's just all the devil, all his fallen angels, all the same kind of thing. And of course we know that Zeus is the son of Kronos, Saturn, basically Lucifer himself. Alright, so Kronos is none other, I believe, than Lucifer. Zeus is the son of this Lucifer. Hercules is the demigod of a fallen angel coming and mating with a human woman. So this is all devil worship, pagan practices, all this kind of nonsense being shown. And of course we know that Kronos ate his own children. But of course, according to the mythology, they were the Titans that were ruling the entire world. And of course, the Olympians, which were Zeus and Poseidon and Hades, they supposedly defeated the Titans and took over the reign of the earth and this world. But this is all pointing, in my opinion, and the verse, a chapter that we have shown so many times on this channel, right from Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 3. I give command and I bring them. Giants are coming to fulfill my wrath. rejoicing at the same time, and insulting. So this goes right along with what Yahusha said in Matthew 24 and Luke 21, that just as in the days of Noah, so will the coming of the Son of Man be. And so we know that the giants are going to come back, the fallen angels. Revelation 12 clearly speaks of the fallen angels and Lucifer himself, the dragon, coming down to this earth. The return of the fallen angels is definitely at hand, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is what we are being shown with all these movies and TV shows pointing to this 923, supposedly showing this star alignment as well, showing this total solar eclipse possibly marking as the final sign. We know that Genesis 1:14 speaks of the sun and moon and stars being set up for signs and seasons, days and years, for appointed times. And of course this star alignment is coming on the Feast of Trumpets, Yom Teruah. And what's also interestingly enough, as Truth Unveiled pointed out, that the solar eclipse just so happens to be exactly 33 days before 923. I found that quite interesting as well. So we will see what will happen. Also, the other connection that we've made in previous videos regarding 923 is that 239 just so happens to be the atomic number for plutonium, which is the primary material used in making nuclear weapons. So is that also a possibility that a nuke is going to go off, or possibly many? We saw even in that show Jericho that 23 cities were nuked across the United States of America. So, and of course they happen to mention that it happened in September. So we know there are many songs, even like Green Day has written, saying "Wake me up," you know, when September ends, and all that kind of thing. So there are many songs, there are so many movies, there are many TV shows that are depicting something horrible to happen in September, possibly on the 23rd. Again, we do not know exactly when, because we are not, mediums. We don't rely on these on Satan's power. We rely on Abba YHWH. He has told us to keep watch. He has told us to look at the signs. And so we rely on his Ruach HaKodesh, his spirit. We rely on his wisdom. We rely on his word. And he has given us amazing signs in his Shamayim, in the firmament, for us to look for the stars above. And if there's possibly going to be this crazy alignment on September 23rd of 2017, possibly it is pointing to something. And possibly the solar eclipse that is coming next Monday is also a sign of something that is about to happen, because again, Genesis 1:14 speaks clearly that the sun, moon, and stars are for sign, to mark signs and seasons, appointed times, days, and years. So what I advise everyone to do is to look up, is to keep watching, is to keep praying, is to be in the Word, is to keep looking at the signs, to be the wise virgins, to have the oil in your lamps, to be aware, to be watchful, just as Yahusha has told us. Because even again in this movie Hercules, they show the Titans rising up out of the earth, the ancient beings who brought havoc on the earth, because and what happened is Yahuwah had to bring the flood to get rid of these guys. So there they are shown again in this movie, and of course they're shown coming up out of the earth. We saw the same thing in that movie Cabin in the Woods, where they had to make sacrifices in order to appease these things that live under the earth, and if they didn't appease them, they would break out and come to destroy mankind. So that is possibly coming, just as Isaiah 13 has said, that Abba YHWH is going to allow the return of the Nephilim, the fallen angels, the giants, to come and fulfill his wrath. That is exactly what the tribulation is going to be about. It is going to be the worst time on this earth, and I pray that you are in Yahusha, that you're putting your trust in him, that you are not being fooled by what the media is showing you. They want to prepare people for this, to make them accept this kind of thing, but do not be fooled. Yahusha is the true king. He is going to come and rule this world. He is going to destroy the kingdom of the beast. He's going to destroy the fallen angels, Lucifer himself. He's going to destroy the evil powers that be in this world, and he's going to set up his eternal kingdom. So please look at the signs. They are all around us. Truly, the signs of the times are there, just as Yahusha said in Matthew 16, that how can we tell the weather, but we cannot tell the signs of the times. We are hypocrites if we cannot see that time is almost up. So please be in Yahusha. Put your trust in him. As always, you never have to believe anything that I say. Please do your own research, but always be aware of what is being shown to us in plain sight. Abba YHWH, bless you.
squalid prison! Who put you down there? And now that I set you free, what is the first thing you are going to do? Destroy him! Good answer.
Freeze him!
Melt Zeus!
Blow him away!
Guys? Olympus would be that way. Hold it, Bright Eye.
Oh,
I have a special job for you, my optic friend.
Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, big trouble. My lord and lady, the Titans have escaped, and they're practically at our gates!
sound the alarm! Launch an immediate counterattack! Go! Go!
Gone, babe.